we're going to explain how to put a file name into a CSV file. This is useful for keeping track of data associated with specific files, like image processing results or analysis metadata. There are several ways to achieve this, and we'll cover a couple of the most straightforward approaches using Python. Method 1. Using the OS module and the CSV module. This method directly grabs the file name using Python's built-in OS module and writes it to your CSV file using the CSV module. First, we'll import the necessary modules. Import OS and import CSV. Then, we need the path to your file. Let's say your file is called myimage.jpg and is in the same directory as your Python script. We can get the file name using filename s.path.basename myimage.jpg. This extracts just the file name myimage.jpg from the full path. Next, we open our CSV file for writing. With open output.csv w newline eo as CSV file, the newline si part prevents extra blank rows. Now we create a CSV writer object. Writer equals CSV writer CSV file. We write the header row specifying what our data represents. Writer writer-o file name. Finally, we write the file name to the CSV. Writer.writer-o file name. This will create a CSV file named output.csv with one column labeled file name and a single row containing myimage.jpg. Remember to handle potential errors like the file not existing. 2. Method 2. Handling multiple files. Let's say you have many files in a directory and you want to add all their file names to a CSV. We'll use the glob module to find all files matching a specific pattern. For example, import glob and file names equals glob.jpg. We'll find all JPG files in the current directory. We can then iterate through these file names, writing each one to a new row in our CSV file. This involves the same CSV writer setup as before, but we now loop through each file name. For file name and file names, writer was.path, base name file name. This will create a CSV file with a list of all the JPG file names. 3. Method 3. Adding file names along with other data. Often you want to include other information alongside the file name. Let's say you have image dimensions or analysis results. Suppose you calculated the average pixel brightness for each image and stored it in a list called brightness values. Assuming you have the same number of brightness values as file names, you can write both to the CSV in parallel. For I in range, len, file names, writer-o as path, a base name file names, brightness values. This adds a second column to your CSV for the brightness data. This demonstrates how to combine file name extraction with other data for more comprehensive record keeping. Remember always to handle potential errors like mismatched lengths of data lists and file handling exceptions for robustness. These examples show how easily you can incorporate file names into your CSV files, streamlining your data organization and analysis workflow. Remember to adapt the file paths and column names to match your specific needs.